Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. She looks devious right now with those eyes, and she's making
My God,
eyes at me, Miss Sarah Fraser. Are you coming in
I'm making.
hot today, girls?
I'm hungover, baby. Hungover. Well, actually, I'm not hungover because I didn't drink. I went to a bachelorette party for my. Actually, she was my radio intern, and then became dear friends. She's like 29 years old, so all these 29-year-olds. KJ, my son's trying to come in the room. And we went down to Charleston, South Carolina for the weekend. So I'm just tired because these girls didn't even want to go out to the club until 9:30. You know, the last time I did that, like 4 years ago. I couldn't even, people were sending me advice. Our listeners were sending me advice on how to get through the weekend. They were like, hydrate, liquid IV. I'm like, no, it's called just not drinking at all. Like, I can't even be hungover and function. So I just would like sip a drink and fake it. And then when the girls weren't looking, I'd like put the drink down and replace it with water.
Well,
They thought
I
it was a
wish,
vodka soda.
listen, I get it. Now, we don't need to go into a whole Manjaro discussion here today, but here's the thing about the Manjaro. Everyone always asks me, can you drink? You can drink or eat 24/7 if you feel like it. Now, Friday night, I went to Pia's, darling, before Almond. You know who goes? So Almond's gay night in Bridgehampton on Fridays. Andy Cohen, regular. Anderson Cooper, regular. Don Lemon, regular. Don Lemon. Last
Is he
summer,
there?
nope. First of all, sweetie, in April, as the Countess would say, nobody's in town in April, darling. Isn't that a good Countess? I mean, she lives right down the street. But last summer, when we saw Don Lemon, I was with Rachel Yucatel, and Rachel's like, I'm just gonna go chat up Don Lemon. And then she did, and she came back and she's like, let me tell you, Don Lemon's actually really nice. Mr. Daddy Cone sits at a table and you dare not approach. You know, but Don Lemon mingles. Almond on Friday night gets packed. But let me tell you something about the Manjaro. Let me tell you something. I mean, I like the martinis. You have like two sips, girl, and you are, but I don't stop drinking because you have to keep up with it. You know, it's like you're out. You want to have a drink. Here's the problem. I don't
I
even
know.
get, I don't even get like drunk. But what happens is then you get hungover. So how am I on Saturday? Deathly, deathly hungover when I wasn't even that drunk. Like at least let me be completely shit faced if I'm going to be hungover all day. But I was hungover, so I get hungover now without even being that drunk. Manjaro, people, it's fun. I'm being
Fine. It's
sarcastic.
like,
I'm
by
being
the way,
I'm
I
being
read,
sarcastic,
I
obviously.
was with two, oh my God, they're not quite doctors, but they're very close. They're nurse practitioners over the weekend at this
Hmm.
bachelor party. I was asking them one, and then one is a researcher at Johns Hopkins. I said, what's the deal with Manjaro and all this stuff? And they said, look, for people that are extremely over like obese, and I guess you've already said this, but they were like, this is only going to work for diabetics and people who are extremely obese. And the obese people are like, and they were talking like BMI higher,
It's
almost
worked
like
for me,
40, which I
darling.
don't. Well, they just said you're going to have to be on it for life. There is no
Okay.
exit plan for these drugs.
I'm on
That's
it for
fucking.
life.
Don't think that those are going to have long-term effects on your kidneys, on your pancreas, on everything else.
No,
They said
I don't.
that people doing
It's
this.
being approved for weight loss this year. It's being approved by the FDA. So no, I
Well,
don't.
we'll see. It's in the process. We'll see if the FDA really approves it.
Just
And
like we're all gonna die from the poison in our face when we get shot with Botox. Honey,
a
the
lot of people have a
train.
lot of objections to that. And by the way, Botox is just a short fit. What people don't tell you, if you go to a
I've been
good
getting
plastic
Botox
surgeon,
for
while you're good,
95 years.
yes, but at the end of the day, you need a facelift, honey. When you and I hit 50, any good plastic surgeon will tell you this. Doesn't matter. Yes, you should use good products. You can do all the fucking Botox, all that shit. But if you want really good Kris Jenner results, you got to get a facelift.
When I
That
need
is
a
so.
facelift, I will get a facelift. I mean, that's on the
Okay, yes,
agenda.
you, but for the average person who is looking at these stars, looking at these housewives and going, oh my God, maybe Margaret Josephs and Gina are just working out. No, they're not.
No,
They're
no, no,
fucking
no.
lying to you. And people are lying to you about Botox. Botox helps, but Botox at some point, if you want to look young, you are getting a $60,000 because a good face.
Yes, but I
Don't go out of
disagree.
this
You get the
country.
Botox and filler for years and years and years until you need the facelift. I mean, I agree with you.
But what
I'm
happens
gonna
when you
put
stop
off the
Botox?
facelift.
If
I'll
you
never
stop Botox,
stop. I
your
will never
face
stop.
sags.
Ever.
I know, but for the average person, this is what we have to be realistic about. You have
The
worked very hard
average
in your career.
person.
You've had an amazing career. You sold your company. You have a lot of money to be able to do that. The average fucking person who is looking at these stars and these stars go, oh, I just use Ceraphil that I buy at CVS and I work out. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You fucking use drugs. You're going to stay on these drugs. And then once the fillers and everything stop working, you're going to go to a $65,000 facelift because that's what a good one costs in Beverly Hills. And if you're going to do it, save the money and go to the best of the best of the best. Do not go overseas. I don't care. Come for me. But how many botched things happen in these other fucking countries because they have different standards. You know, good luck.
Fine. So I am an out of touch, unrelatable bitch. Thank you. You know what we need to talk about? Which people are like, we haven't talked about BravoCon. Lots of people are like asking, people have, what is your deal with BravoCon? It is coming. It is in Vegas.
I've already reserved my hotel.
Excellent.
I'm going.
Excellent.
I had serious FOMO last year when I didn't go. Why? I wanted to go with you. Why aren't you coming with me? We could share a hotel bed and podcast all weekend.
Darling. Now, there is something where like, they're like, oh, well, maybe you could be on the floor podcasting. I'm like, first of all, Bravo hates me. So if you're working with Bravo to try to get me some special privileges, I doubt that's going to happen, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. Second of all, first of all, I don't need to go to be able to talk about it because I give my opinions and things hit the airwaves within seconds. Third of all, how can I put this nicely to myself? Like, first of all, I'm thrilled that you're going. Nothing, guys, we have boots on the ground. Miss Sarah Fraser is going to be there. We went to Toothless. I am about to go to see Tom Sandoval on the extras. I am about to go to the GLAAD Awards with a whole bunch of housewives. Meredith Marks is always there. We're going to Erika Jayne. I'm taking one for the team, guys, for a lot of things. I have some things coming up as well. But, look, I went to BravoCon. This is our third one. I've already gone twice. And look, what is it that I can get out of BravoCon? I don't need to sit in the panels. And this is said with no ego. I don't need to sit in the panels because, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of what's being said. And then, there's also the things that are said that are like, you have an audience. So where's the truth in half of what you're saying? Do I need pictures with these people? Not really. I interview them. So, I get pictures at Toothless Not Homeless, of course, but now, this has nothing to do with being in Vegas because I live my life on airplanes. So it's not New York versus Vegas. It's just, what do I get out of this? Please tell me and convince me to go. It sounds like possibly the worst experience. They both were not enjoyable in a way. I think it's a great thing for all these listeners. It's great. But again, I